If y'all had situations where y'all had, male bosses and female bosses, what do you think has worked better for you, or just give us your opinion on it?
Well, I have a strong opinion on that.
So Go for it. Talk to us.
How I feel about that. I necessarily don't think it has anything to do with whether they're a male or female. I feel like being I don't even want to say boss, because I feel like a boss is different than being a leader. I would prefer to be led by a leader, not a boss, because a boss is somebody who tells somebody to do this, and this, but a leader is somebody who pulls the people that they're with up to the same level so we can all put our ideas together and lead.
So who do you think makes a better leader?
In my experience, I'm getting there. In my experience, I couldn't really tell you, because I've had great leaders who've been male and great leaders who've been female. I feel like it's characteristics on self that creates a great leader. Like, everybody has their own feelings of what they think is a good leader, but that's going to be subjective to the person. Mm-hmm. But I can't really say, because I've had great leaders who have been male and I've had flawed leaders who've been male, and the same thing for women, because obviously genetically we're going to lead differently, because most times women are emotion based and most times men are more like these are the facts type of thing. So it just kind of depends on the person. I feel like I've worked a lot of places and had a lot of leaders, so I can't really give you an answer. It's based on the person.
What you get?
No, I 100% agree with her. I feel like questions like these are what put a divide between men and women.
Mm-hmm. Also,
it honestly just depends on the person, honestly.
I don't like that.
What you
character based.
Women are better bosses.
You think so?
Period.
In what aspect? Like, why do you think that?
I've been my own boss my whole career.
So how you know?
I say.
So how you know that?
You got employees?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They probably talk shit behind your back.
I'm flying solo right now. But I've been in other situations where I've had people above me that were running things, and some were male, some were female. I haven't had any problems with either one. So to really compare one versus the other, I don't really think it's a comparison. I really think, like she said, it's about leadership. Yeah. And I think both can lead, right? It just depends on kind of the individual, their temperament, and, the way they deal with people. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes with women, we can be more emotional. So that can make it difficult.
Not sometimes.
Sometimes.
No, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
No,
all the time.
All the time, yeah.
It depends on what woman you're talking about.
Everyone.
Exactly.
Every woman's not super emotional.
Not super emotional, but emotional.
We're all emotional as human beings. We're human.
Okay.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
I just wanted to have a little dialogue.
Right.
so that dialogue alone just lets you know that women are better bosses.
How?
I bossed you up.
So P Gang, right? I feel that it does depend on the person, but I also feel like more times than not, a male may be a better leader, just because that's our natural position. So what makes me think about that is I look at subordinates. Like, let me ask y'all this. So if you've ever been in a leadership position, who makes better employees, men or women?
It's hard to say, man.
Look,
I've seen both. So
I'm a supervisor.
I can't give you a
I got a lady that's working for me now, and she kicking them dudes' ass. Like, she don't complain. You ask her to do something, and she just does it. You got these dudes who be, man, complaining. Oh man, shit. It's ABC 1, 2, 3, and they can't even get it. And she can just get it like that.
What's the how many women do you think you work with?
I only got one.
Right. Out of how many?
7 people.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So looking at that percentage wise, I was in a position where I had teams of like 30 that can go all the way up, right? To who knows, like literally like 300, right? One thing that I would always have the issue with, and I kind of said something to y'all before, is attendance, right? Look. Why y'all look down? Why you look like that? He's like, I get it. I find a lot of times it's so much harder to get women to come to work.
Really?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Listen, a lot of women will call off for whatever reason.
Your personal experience.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what
is inside?
You hear me? I'm good. Okay, for sure. But yeah, I'm like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
really?
real talk. Yeah. But but I was working in a call center, right? So it's it's not, you in a position where it's not many women that are going to go into that field.
Right.
So when they do, they probably more serious about it
than,
you know what I'm saying? Like, coming to work, bruh, I need you here, like, you know what I'm saying? And, oh, I got this to do, I got that. It's not usually on their first mind. And I attribute a lot of that to sometimes when they have a man that's got them, making sure they straight, it's not as important. You know what I'm saying? It's not as important to go to work this day. If I don't feel like it, I don't have to.
Not the same ambition.
It's not the same ambition. It's not the same.
Motivation.
And a lot of times it's not the same responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're being taken care of to an extent, even if you only got to do 20%, 30% of the household, it's a lot easier to say, fuck it, I ain't going, than it is a nigga that got to pay 70%. You know what I'm saying? So that was something that I always found. Y'all didn't?
I feel like, me personally, I don't care what my man has. I want my own, like, because then, like, if you leave me, you're gonna be like, oh, I did this. I don't want to hear none of that, like, at all. So, like, I'm the type, I'm the type you like take out, and I'm like, like, I don't want you to, because, like, if you pay, like, what you think gonna happen, because it ain't that.
Ooh,
so, like,
what type of sin are you dealing with that if you gotta be kind of nervous about him paying for your meal and saying what you think gonna happen afterwards?
Well, not like that, but, like, I feel like I don't ever just want to. I don't know. I just don't want to give nobody.
I will say this. There's also a bit of a age gap, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In situations, you know what I'm saying? What we saying? It's a little different. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have you ever lived with a man?
No.
Right. So it's different. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever lived with a man? Have you? No? I don't know. I didn't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. I might have. No, but you know what I'm saying? This is different when you get into a situation where you have that security where going to work is just not as important. You're only working for you.
Like she was saying, too, I think it all depends on the person. Like, because everybody not going to be the same. Because, like I said, I was, in a situation where I did live with someone and he was taking care of everything. But I still had the desire and the ambition to go to work because that's just who I am as a person and how I was raised. My mama did the same thing. So, kind of already took on the trait of being independent and wanting my own at a young age. So, even though I was living with someone who was taking care of, like, the household stuff, I still had my own stuff that I was.
Let me ask you this, though. Did it make you, but could you see how it would make it a lot easier for you to be like, fuck it, I ain't got to go to
I could see how it would make it a lot easier for anybody to say that, not even just a woman.
Well, what men in that situation? Is men in that situation?
What
men? Hold on. What men are in the situation?
I'm saying whether male or female, but there is men in that situation. There's men who live with people and don't have to pay no rent or do nothing. Yes, there is.
How long he gonna have that place to live? You say what?
Depending on who you with, probably for a long time. That too,
Mr. Mom.
Hey, okay. And, hey, do y'all? How many Mr. Moms? How many Mr. Moms do y'all know?
I knew one.
Personally. How many Mr. Moms do y'all know?
And I couldn't believe it. None. None now, but I did. None now, but I did know one.
You feel me?
Just one.
How long did that last? See what I'm saying?
It sucks because his wife ended up passing away.
Wow.
So he had no choice but to go out and get it. But he was a stay-at-home dad. Yeah. He was.
Wait, no. I said, how many
of you all?
How many do you personally know? You feel me? Out of how many people in this room?
Well, that's not what I was talking about.
Out of 11 people in this room, we have one that used to be.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
I'm talking about men who just got women that will do any and everything for them, and they ain't got to do nothing because
I mean, but my thing is, how long does that last? Yeah, but how long does that last? Say that again.
How many stay-at-home moms do you know?
A few.
Stay-at-home moms.
Like stay at home and don't do anything.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Have the kids most of the time.
Let me see.
I know 3.
I was gonna say I know about 4. You know, and that's what I came up with right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know a few.
I think women should work though.
I mean, I think women can work. If you know what I'm saying, like
yes,
right.
I'm saying I ain't gonna say work, but
girl magic.
You know, like you got a business, right?
Oh, sure.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think women should aspire to be an entrepreneur, not necessarily work, but like have something. I think women should have something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like you gotta get your ass up.
Okay.
Oh, what happened there? What just happened with that?
I don't know.
It switched to green.
They was like,
You
You don't think that
What you mean?
in today's age that being like a mom and holding down the household is enough of a responsibility
Nah.
for a woman?
No,
Like, you don't think that's good enough for them to do?
no.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. Because I came up in a household with just my mom, and all I seen was her go to work.
Yeah.
Like all I seen was her work. So that's all I know. Like I don't know anything other than that. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, but like if I was rich or something like that, then that'd probably be a different story. But I'm not rich, and the bills just can't get paid off my income. So we gotta work to get
So
to
what
get
do
the
you
bills
think
paid.
Rich would change?
Rich would change that my wife you can sit home. You can stay at home and you can,
The options.
it give us options. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. So with that being said, should she work or should she not work?
I wouldn't, okay. Since you put it that way, you got me. You just bossed me. I like that.
Right.
You just bossed me. See, I love having dialogue because I can think one way and somebody can say something and change the way that I was thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not a stubborn person. I can change. Yeah, I am. But I can change the way I think. I like how you put it that way.
Yeah.
That's a good trait to have, though. Like, you should be able to listen to other people's
Oh, it
opinions
took
and not be
a- it
closed-minded
took- it
because
took a
they can
while.
change your whole way of
It took
thinking.
a while.
I'm still a little stubborn, but
I mean,
That's me, too.
I mean, I guess.
It's a
you can talk. We can talk about it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We
So,
can talk about it.
yeah, with something like that, I mean, I get it. I just feel like if the family, if you can sustain it, you know what I'm saying,
We
financially, and you not work, then don't. You dig what I'm saying? But if you want to go buy, like, you know what I'm saying, if he's taking care of like everything else, and you want to go buy $2,000 bags, $3,000 bags, you should probably get a job. You dig what I'm saying? For that kind of shit, like real shit. You know what I'm
Everything is
saying?
I just
circumstantial.
buy
It
what I
depends
want.
on
Everything. I
both
got no problem
individuals,
working.
what you both bringing to the table. If it works out where the woman can stay at home and the man is working, and it's a good balance where she can, manage the kids and household, okay, cool. But if it doesn't work out like that, then both people have to go to work and they have to make it work for everybody.
Yeah.
So I
Whatever
think
works
it's
for you.
just it's all circumstantial.
Yeah.
You can't
Situational.
just have that
Perfect way to say
narrow-minded
it.
thought like, oh, women should work.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry for putting it that way. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. it's okay.
Alright, so going into the next question or thing I wanted to ask. So I saw a post, right? It was a post, and I saw this a little while back, but it came up again today, and it was like ladies, your father and your husband are having an argument, and they both tell you. I'm sorry, your husband tells you go get in the car, and your father tells you to sit down.
Whoa.
Which one are you doing?
Y'all know. Please answer this
I
right.
think
I
you
just
probably-
want to answer this right.
That's
Hold on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We want to hear it. Let's see
Okay,
what
I'm
we're talking
sorry.
about.
Gonna grab my bag. Get in the car.
I think
What is it?
you
Hold on.
probably do with your husband. Says.
Okay, with
Because
probably.
you're living in a household with your husband, not your father. Typically.
She got
They
to
said they're having an argument.
Mm-hmm. And they both say, your husband say go get in the car. Your daddy say sit down.
What if I'm not gonna listen to either one of them and I'm gonna try to help them figure out the situation because I don't want them to be arguing. They have to be around each other.
All right, that's the answer.
Help them
Okay.
coexist.
All right. Lex, what you
No,
say?
see, like that was good.
That was a good one.
All right, what- all right.
I like that.
Alexa?
I
I'm
wish I
just
thought
gonna
like that.
leave. Like, no, why y'all arguing? Let's
It's
get to the
like-
bottom of it.
It's
It
time for us
depends
to
on who in the
go.
wrong though.
All right, so
Like if my man in the wrong, be like, all right, like chill out. But like I also like hate my father, so there's that part. So like you know what I'm saying? Like I honestly like don't care. Like
all
I'm
right,
gonna grab my
Right,
stuff.
she
and
got
go
daddy
because-
issues.
all right.
I'm gonna
For real.
piggyback off of her with that one. I'm gonna listen to my man
There
with
you
that
go,
because I
girl.
don't have that relationship with my father for me to even be compliant to anything that he has to
Yeah,
say.
at all.
All right, so I'll go with my thoughts on it, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep it real, as only way I know how, right? You know what I'm saying? So one main thing I'm gonna tell you is, go get your ass in that car. This is your husband. This ain't your man. This ain't your boyfriend. if your father and your husband are having an argument and your husband says go get in the car and your father says sit down, your job is to go get in the car. First off, your father has already given you away to him. You are no longer his responsibility. You are the responsibility of your husband. Not only that, but it's like you got to go home with him. You dig what I'm saying? Daddy can't take you back in and keep raising you. You dig what I'm saying? It's a completely different thing. And, you know, it's funny, my daughter, you know what I'm saying, her little sweet self. I sent it to her. I sent her the post. She like 13. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be 14 and probably before this come out. You dig? And she like, I'm going to sit down. I was like, oh, that's so sweet, baby. No. At this point, you no longer belong to me. You listen to your husband. You dig what I'm saying? And I told her, besides, you don't want to see what I'm going to do to him anyway. Go get in the car. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit, you know. I might have to smack his ass, but
Damn, dog.
go ahead, get your ass in the car. You know what I'm saying? Get in the car. That's how, because that's the way it should be. Like, you need to listen to your husband, regardless if he in the wrong or right. That's who leads your household. So you got to trust him. Yeah.
That's the part I agree
See,
with
wait.
both ways.
Say that again. Wait, see, now I want
I
this
just
face.
said,
Yeah, what's that thought? Go ahead and tell us that. Tell us.
I don't got too much to
said
elaborate on it. I just slightly disagree.
In what aspect, though?
Right.
What makes you disagree with it?
Because you heard my answer that I said in the beginning. I said I would try to figure out what's
But
the
that's not
problem
your place when
between
two
them.
men are arguing.
It is my place when it's
Ooh,
my
right.
husband and my dad, though.
Ooh.
But that's the thing.
It is, though.
But if they both told you to stay out of it, what is your job?
They didn't tell me to stay out
They
of it.
one said go and one said sit down. That was just in contrast to what your husband was saying. If two men are arguing, the last thing as a woman I think that you should do is jump in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying? Like let men handle men business and keep it at that. They want to keep going. They get to throwing punches in there. What you gonna do? Who you gonna help?
I mean, obviously, if 2 men is fighting, I'm not gonna break it up.
So what you
That
staying
would be
there trying to
dumb,
talk
but
about
I'm
it
saying-
for?
But this is not
It doesn't
a physical
hurt to-
fight. Though.
Yes.
This is just.
You didn't say all of that. You just said it was having an argument.
Anytime two men get to arguing, fisticuffs is always on the table.
Okay, I didn't say I was gonna be right there so they could punch me if they
You
start
said you was
throwing.
gonna try and
I was
figure it
saying
out.
I was gonna try to figure out what's the problem. If I can't do anything about it, that's one thing. I'm saying I'm gonna spend the time because those are two important people in my life. If, you know, I'm in a situation where my dad is really close with me or whatever, I'm saying, like, those are two people who are important to you. You should care about their relationship, even if they're not close. If they could be cordial, that's, you know, that's a good thing.
So-
I'm just saying I would say to try to figure out what the issue is, and if it's something that I can help facilitate between them, because we grown, should be able to talk.
So how many times should they have to tell you to either sit down or go get in the car before you be like, I'm out?
I gotta
You
be
just
in
gonna
that, I
keep-
gotta be in
you
that
gonna
situation
keep-
for
that's
me
what
to
I'm
answer
saying.
that.
If they
But
say it,
my
that's-
answer still remains the same that I just said. I'm
That's cool.
doubling down on that.
It's cool. We all have the opportunity to be wrong every now and then.
Okay, well, I got a question though.
Yeah, go
Since
for
we're
it.
doing
It's
that,
maturity, having a conversation, not arguing. That's what it is.
you and your girl or your wife is in the car and you're going to pick up your mom. Who's going in the back seat?
Well, my thing is with that.
My mama.
My mom's like,
Okay.
we picking you up. She not gonna be like, get in the back, girl. My mom, see, in a healthy relationship, that shit don't even matter. Mom's like, what does she even care? You dig what I'm saying? She don't care about that. I thought she was gonna say if they was arguing. And you know what I'm saying? If they was arguing, it's the same thing. Go get in the car. I'm gonna tell my wife, go get in the car.
Yeah.
If you argue with my mom's and I think it's getting out of hand, go get in the car. Plain and simple. That's it.
That's a different scenario, though.
I mean, if I ask my wife in any scenario to go get in the car, go get in the car.
If your
You did-
wife asks you to get in the car, you
No,
get in the
because
car?
I leave my house. It's like you're not gonna. You know what I'm saying? It's not that setup. It's a reason. It's a reason why. It's a reason why I'm saying go get in the car. You're not telling me to go get in the car to protect me. You dig what I'm saying? From whatever the case is. If I say
So if it's just a regular back and forth between you and him, and it's not something that's gonna come to where y'all fighting, then how are you protecting? That
no, I'm
person?
saying any scenario. If I feel the need to tell you to go get in the car, it shouldn't even be a back and forth. If we here and there, let's say we out. If I tell you we at the store and I say go get in the car, why
Okay,
are you gonna
that's
question it? It
different.
doesn't matter. No, it should. I'm telling you for a reason. If I say, you know what, go get in the car, it's you should just trust me on that.
I respect you're gonna listen to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you just I'm not telling you to hurt you. I'm not telling you to check you. I'm saying, hey, it's a reason you should probably go get in the car.
Well, yeah, if you out and something about to happen or something,
If
or
I'm
you
out,
tryna-
if I'm arguing with another man, I don't care who that man is. If I'm arguing, if I say go get in the car, just trust me. You should know your man enough. If he say go get in the car, let me go in here and bust a move. Cause it might get ugly in this motherfucker. Like, go get in the car.
That's
like,
situational.
we might have to get up out of here in 2 seconds. You dig what I'm saying? Like, if he like, see, it's different.
I'm talking about
you can't be
dad
situational.
and husband. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Anything else, yeah, like
That's
You're
what I'm
still
saying.
there.
But at the
I'm
same
just
time,
saying that was what I was talking
and
about.
if he
I'm
tells
clarifying.
you, future references, if your husband tells you go get in the car, regardless of what's going on, just listen to him. That's all I'm gonna say. Just take his word for it. If you trust him enough to marry him and make him your husband, that means that you trust his leadership. Just go get in the car.
That's fair. That's
You know what
something
I'm
that I can speak to if I'm married and I'm a long way from that point. So
I mean, you
when I
never
get
know.
there,
It
I
might
will
be.
know what that's
It
like
might
and
be
how to make
this time
those
next year. You might be like,
decisions.
"Ooh, I met my husband." You know what I'm
Absolutely
saying?
not. Mm-mm.
So if you met the right man, you wouldn't get married to him within a year. You don't think?
I can't see myself doing that. You know,
Okay.
yet.
All right.
Eventually,
Especially
yeah,
this
but
generation.
You focus?
If-
Are you focused? Is it because you focused on your career? And
I'm
stuff
career
like
focused
that?
right now. That's what's most important to me. And you know, if it comes and it's the right
It's
decision
coming.
to make, then I will. But right
It's
now in my
calling out.
life, it's my selfish era. It's about me.
Mm-mm.
I'm putting all my energy and everything into
Mm-mm.
me getting where I gotta go.
What's wrong? Why you
I
making
just-
noises? While she
I just
talking?
think.
I mean, it's your opinion. Everybody,
Yeah.
anybody can have their opinion.
Well, I'm
on
saying,
it.
what's
I'm
your
saying for
opinion?
me-
No, I'm
for
just
me
saying.
personally,
I hear women say that so much,
Okay.
and then they, be at a certain age, they be looking back like, "Damn, I kind of missed out on the family, the marriage, the building that." You
That's
get what
not
I'm saying?
everybody's end goal, though.
I understand that. I just saying I hear it a lot.
So
and I
what
just-
are we in this for?
No, I'm not saying that's not everybody's end goal with dating someone.
Or
I'm just
family.
saying in life, that's not everybody's like shining star. Like, and I
What,
feel like that's
family?
what people get confused is that, like, even if we drive back to the situation with Lori Harvey, everybody's goal is not to be a wife or to be a family, person. That's not everybody's goal. It's a nice thing to experience, and most people do want that. But there are some people that don't want that.
Yeah,
Like,
because I mean,
you know,
when we look at it, the main reason for humans to be here is for
to
reproduce,
and all of that,
procreate, and then also just relationships with people.
Yeah, you gotta
But
have
if you want to be selfish and solely focus on just yourself, that's fine. But that does come with a cost. You know what I'm saying?
not
There is-
forever, but I do think that
How long do you think you got?
you deserve time. If you dedicate your entire life to being there for other people, helping other people, breaking your back because you want to see this person win, and because you care about these people, you're gonna put them before you. You deserve some time to dedicate to yourself. I'm not saying that has to be everything and for a long time, but everybody, it's healthy. So
I
you
can
have
dig
to
it.
care about self because at the end of the day, you are the person who's going to care about you the most. So why wouldn't you dedicate time and pour energy into yourself for you to be successful? I'm not saying you got to be the woman with 40 cats living by themselves. I'm
That's
just saying
kinda how it
at
turns,
some point
though.
in your life, you have to take time to focus on you because you have to be the best you to be the best for somebody else is what I'm saying.
Well, and what we find is that a lot of women take so much of that time where they look up and now they behind the 8 ball. You know what I'm saying?
What's
And now-
behind the 8
Yeah,
ball?
what's
behind the
behind the
8
8
ball, I would say being like, 40,
40.
45.
No,
man.
40 is the cutoff for me.
Well, we know that.
No kids after 40.
You know what I'm
Ladies.
saying? Right. You know what I'm
I'm heavy
saying?
at 42.
You
Hey,
say, right.
hey, I applaud that because
Yeah.
I would have been. Your father, I know he was probably nervous as hell because I would have been nervous as shit.
I mean, it's one of them things, bro.
Nervous about what?
You can,
40 is a critical age, like
Yeah,
getting in the late
geriatric.
30s, 40s.
yeah,
having
geriatric
kids.
pregnancy starts at 35, and it's it's rough. It's
in
rough
the black community, yes.
in general.
Yeah.
In general.
I don't know about white folks.
No, it's hey. No, I'm saying in general, it's like a human is a human. You know what I'm saying? Your best years for reproducing as a woman are much younger. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like 16 through like 26. You know what I'm saying? After that, 35 is geriatric pregnancy. 28 to 35 is like, you teeter in that line. So you got to think about that. And that's fine and dandy. But when we start, we tell women, oh, focus on you, go to school, do this, do that, focus on your career. And then they look up at 35 and they're behind. Then they start to want those things later in life. And then it becomes an issue because they can't have those things, or it's not happening as soon as they want. And so now it's an issue. You dig what I'm saying? So now what we do is we blow it off when feminism has told women to go ahead and focus on yourself. We need to make sure in order to
Damn, that dude used some words, ain't he?
Face ass.
I feel like a lot of times, like, I'm not a parent, but a lot of people who are parents say, like, they make sacrifices for their kids so their kids can do all the things they never got to do because they had to grow up early because they became a parent at a young age. So now, instead of being able to go off and go to med school, which was their dream, they had to stay at home and be a parent. And not that that's a bad thing. It just was a detour that cost them their dream or something that they wanted to do.
I can dig it.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm coming from with it. I do think that if it's something that you want, you should go for that, and you should make sure it's in the window where it'll be easiest for you. Because, of course, you don't want to deal with not being able to have that. But I do think that at some point in your life, you are owed to yourself to put you first, you know?
I got a question. Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Would y'all rather be 45 with a family but felt you never got to chase your dream, or would you rather be 45, you lived your dream but never got to have a family?
I'm a dream chaser.
Me personally, I would say my dreams, because that's what was, you know, most important to me before I ever thought about having a family. It's not that I don't want one, but it's in God's plan. If it's meant for me to have kids and do all of that stuff, it'll happen. But for me now, with the talents that I've been given by God, I'm gonna use those, and because that's what He gave them to me for, to share them with the world. So I'm gonna put that first before anything. And if it's meant for me to detour and do this, detour and do that, He's gonna guide me there. But for me personally, I'm not speaking for nobody else, my dreams are more important to me because I've been given God-given talents to use, and you know.
So when a man come and try to holler at you, what you tell him? Like, it can be an attractive man, you know, coming to talk to you, and you just say, nah, man, I'm focused on my
No, I wouldn't say that.
focus on my dreams.
Y'all saw it? Y'all see it? She said, I ain't say all that.
I'm jumping all around on the timeline. Like,
I'm sorry.
This is a random person coming up to me in a bar.
I'm talking about right now. Like, not even a bar, just in life. In life. Yeah, man,
if we get to that point where we need to sit down and talk about the future, then it's something that I will share with him. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not on that.
If it's not the right time, I will express that. That's what adults do. You got to tell people what it is. You can't lead people on, and you got to tell people what it is up front, so they're not expecting something.
So if we
people let their expectations.
I like that. If she's telling the truth,
I'm telling the truth. This is
I like it. I like it.
This is no flex or nothing. This is my real opinion.
I feel you. So
that's why I'm so adamant about it.
I get it. What does that look like for y'all? You know
yes, I want to hear you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What does it look like for y'all? Who's gonna go first?
I'll go. Yeah,
all right, let's go.
I'll go. I'd say a family is the goal, but at the end of the day, that's not going to stop me from chasing my dreams. I'm just like that 100%. But then the question is, women in general, are they not able to have families because they're not trying to put up with bullshit at the end of the day?
In what aspect?
Like with guys and stuff, especially in my generation, it's just a lot of stuff that's going on that I feel like in the black community, we're not reaching that goal of marriage because there's a lot of things that's deterring us from that. As far as communication, whether that's between men, women, it's just too much stuff going on. I feel like marriage is not really like the end goal for people. Everybody's in it for the wrong reasons, not for love.
She can only speak on her generation, though. And
I mean,
I feel on that, though.
My thing is, with that being said, your generation also, when you get to a certain age, it kind of doesn't matter when it comes into the dating pool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wait, what you mean?
Right.
So, women being, let's say, I don't know y'all ages, but let's say you 23, right? 24. That doesn't matter. You're not really, like, women, I personally don't feel like, if you're 24, I don't expect you to date other 24-year-olds. That's your generation. You dig what I'm saying? At that point, if you're looking for, you know, the type of man that you may want, if he's established or something. It's not a lot of 24-year-old males established already. Right? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times women will look older. A lot of times men that are 30, 35 will look younger because, it may be a road less traveled, I'd say. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a situation like
or
real
maybe
shit.
People that's younger just listen to anything and are easily persuaded.
I mean, my thing is, it shouldn't even be about easily. My thing is, we always talk about right now, everybody think everything is trauma. And, I want somebody to come to me healed. If you get somebody that's younger, they might not even have no fucking trauma. I don't need somebody that's been through the ringer and had 6 fucking terrible relationships. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to have to deal with that. You dig what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to retrain my wife for me.
You heard that one?
Yeah, train. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit, because
Interesting.
it goes the same. It goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? When it's a man that you get with, you're going to obviously have to train him to your liking that works for you. Y'all training each other for each other.
Alright.
You dig what
I
I'm
agree
saying?
with
Like
See how he, see what he
No.
did there?
you don't think so?
I feel like you could train
So let me ask you this.